guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be doing a how to wet shave tutorial, as well as my second shaversary. And for my second year of wet shaving, that's what it is, I'm going to be using the soap I first ever purchased, the Hagen wet shaving starter kit. That being the brush, the Boar brush, and the apothecary mug with the puck soap that comes with it, which is like a luxury scent. It doesn't describe the scent, but I'll be using those today, as well as a different razor, the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Symmetry Straight Bar, which is an excellent starter razor, more on the medium aggressive side. Depending on blade razor combo, it's about a medium. So I'll use that razor today, along with a Voskhod blade, which is supposed to be a smoother shaver, which is mild to medium. And then I'll also be using products that you can find in the stores, as well as online or in town. Some beginner products, so you can find something you like and something that works for you and your skin. I started the shave by using a pre-shave. So I used a pre-shave jelly, which has got, I don't know, an all-natural scent, some natural ingredients, some glycerin to help with the slickness. I'm pretty sure anyway. Yeah, there's some glycerin that kind of helps with the skin, some natural ingredients. But there's other things you can find on the market, such as pre-shave creams, pre-shave soap, pre-shave oil. Beard oil is the same as pre-shave. You can do that as well. But I do not, and I really highly do not recommend using anything like Dial or anything that's meant to cleanse the skin. Because since shave soap is meant to add slickness and no cleansing properties, I recommend highly just using a shave soap or any shaving product. But you do want to shower before you shave. So get your skin hydrated, get your hairs all plump and ready to cut. That really cuts down on the irritation and makes your hair a lot more soft, like butter. So I highly recommend that. Hot towel. Some people do a hot towel over their face for like 30 seconds. But for me, I highly recommend a shower or washing your face with a pre-shave soap, such as the Cube by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. This is the banana one I use in the shower to wash my face. But I do recommend using a pre-shave soap, mentholated, non-mentholated, to help get the hairs ready. As the hairs, they all absorb the pre-shave, and then it preps them for cutting. It thickens them up so your blade can catch it with the razor. So, all right, let's get the shave started. And without further ado, let's get into the lathering process. And this is how you do it. For an animal hair, such as the Boar brush I'm using, you want to soak them for 10 to 15 minutes while you're in the shower. But there's also other animal hairs, such as badger hair, which is this brush, by the way. It is a 2-band badger by Yaki, but it is it's a 2-band badger. Not as prickly as boar hairs. Badgers are kind of the second softest, I think. But they have excellent backbone or excellent softness depending on type of badger. But all right, I'm gonna use a Boar. And there's also synthetic brushes, which are very there's not as much maintenance involved in a synthetic. Since they're all synthetic hairs and non-natural, they don't require as much when it comes to drying and cleaning. But you do want to always rinse out all your soap and dry your brushes before you hang them up or set them aside after your shave. So just, if you can, avoid neglecting your brushes. Please, I do say, just please do what you can. And I soaked and bloomed my soap in my bowl here. And soaking and blooming are going to be two totally different things. Soaking means trying to soften your soap, like barbers did back in the day. And blooming means it's for the scent, which means you want to bloom your scent, which is why it's called blooming. It helps blow up the scent. So just put, splash a little water on your soap, and a harder soap, no cream or anything. Just do it on like a harder puck or a crope, which is a harder soap. So that helps your bathroom smell good, get you the scent that you want out in the air before you shave, maybe during your shower. So I applied that bloom/soaking water to my face. And soaking is what eases the lathering process. So let's get started. And this is what you do. If you need to add a tad bit of water to your brush before you lather, you can. But shake out before, shake out so it's not dripping. Go at your puck here, just kind of swirl around. And if it wants to spin, just kind of go back and forth to help collect your soap. But you spin in a circle. You gather about as much as you think might work. Well, let's try about, if it bubbles up like that, that's normal. So I'll get you about this much. I got pre-shave on here and some bloom water and some soaking water. So I'm going to start the shave. I'm going to start lathering. And some people even face lather. So, for example, like with this shave stick, some people just kind of swirl it. Kind of go all over the face. And the brushes also help exfoliate the skin. So it helps really cleanse the pores, as well as get the hair ready to cut. And if you have to go back to the puck to get more soap, you can. But this should definitely be pretty slick. And the growth I have on my face is 3.5 days, I believe. Give or take. All right. The soap is done. Let me dry my hands off. And with the razor, I need to put the blade in. So with a 3-piece razor, this is what this is a 3-piece. You unscrew the that from the cap and the middle plate, and you separate the plates. And make sure the gutter, the part with the gutters, is facing the inside of the razor, or your razor is not going to cut correctly, or you're not going to get any whiskers cut. So I'm going to use my Voskhod blades here, the Teflon coated ones. I'm going to show you as I take it out. Some come double wrapped, the double edged blades. Some come double wrapped, some come without this wrapping on the inside, so you might find the blade first. And that does not determine quality, that's just what the companies choose to do. Okay, so this is the top cap I'm doing here, because that's where all the little pieces go through the holes here to help catch the blade. And hold it by the sides, because you do not want to cut yourself. And at some point you might do it, whether you're shaving or loading your blade. And the bottom cap here, gutters on the inside. Put it over the bottom and hold it by the sides, never by the front and back. So like this, put the threadings together and screw it together. Not too tight, but maybe real snug. All right, run your razor in the water, kind of moisten up the blade and the razor surface. All right, and let's start the shave with the first pass with the grain, or with the growth, as some call it. And if you feel like cutting, that means you're doing it right. But with the razor, though, you want to go at like a 30-degree angle. Go straight down, or with the growth pattern of your beard. And if you don't know the growth pattern of your beard, I'd highly recommend letting it grow out 3 or 4 days, maybe 5, and learn from that. And if you have to kind of go over it like a little buff, if you have to kind of blade buff, you can. But be very careful. Do not put any pressure. And I should have stated this before I started. Do not add pressure, or barely any pressure, as the double edge razors, or really any of the single edge or anything, do not require added pressure to the blade. So just kind of let the razor do the work with the weight. As I'm kind of looking at the camera. So just kind of get it at that angle. So I'll show you. The blade right here. You want to have this surface going right against your skin. And a safety razor is supposed to be safer than a straight because it's got added guards and it's already determined your angle for shaving. So in other words, that's why it's called a safety razor. It's already got all the angles determined for you as you do your passes. But you still need to learn the angle of every razor because they're all different in their own way. And this is one of my favorite razors. And you want to rotate your blade as you go around. So as you do different places in your rinse, rotate your blade to the other side and give it even use. With me, I got a goatee I need to kind of shave around, so it takes me just a tad longer to do. So if some of you have goatees or anything, it actually makes it a bit easier because you have your blade surface right here on the side. So without multiple blades, it makes it quite a bit easier to determine your angle of your facial hair. And kind of going back and forth is okay. Really, shaving is a time to relax and enjoy yourself. All right, I got to collect just a tiny bit more soap off this soap puck here. And really, any mug works for collecting soap. Any hard puck that doesn't have a container, it helps to put it inside some kind of like real narrow or really shallow mug. Now the pass I'm going to do next is going to be my across the grain. Just moistening it for the next lathering. All right. All right. Well, yeah, there's several types of shave soap, whether it be artisan or commercial. There's just so many different kinds. I mean, this one here was more on the bargain side, so like $2.50 you can pay for this one. There's also shaving creams. They come in a tub. There's some that come in a tube. All right, let's get to the. And this is across the grain. You can start on the back, or you can start back here on the front and go towards the back. But be gentle and make sure you don't hit your earlobes or anything, because I've done that before. It doesn't feel the greatest, but I wasn't bleeding all over the place. So don't be afraid of bleeding when you go to this way of shaving. I am sorry about this exposure. I don't know what's going on here. But again, everyone, I hope you're having a good day. Had a happy new year. But here you want to make sure you can line up your sideburns. So just kind of determine your sideburn and just kind of go across. You can do long strokes, or you can do shorter strokes, which people say is better for the blade. I'm trying to fix that. Yeah, people say shorter strokes are good for your blade's life. But with me, a DE blade works for about 3 shaves, maybe at max. I don't know why my brightness is playing with me here today, guys. I don't usually have that issue. It's always got to be something to get on my nerves. And if anything feels like it's dragging, or it feels like you're pulling hairs or anything, change your angle just a little bit, see if that helps. I always kind of have to do that. And it could be the direction of your hair as well. So if that's the case and you're getting ingrown hairs, then it could be due to your blade angle, or the fact that the blade and razor combo does not work for your skin. So you can find you a new blade or something to combine to help with your shave. And really the objective to shaving is also to eliminate the soap track on your face. That's another way to do it, is as long as you're eliminating the soap on your face, you're shaving that hair. And that helps you get the soap off. Let's see. If I have to go back and kind of line this up just a little bit, I will. It's like I like having the goatee, but it gets to a point where it gets really irritating to deal with it. Okay. And the soap in the goatee is what helps shave it and shape it. I'm going to rinse the face off. So just kind of use the water in the sink and put your hands in it and rinse your face off like you would for anything else. Just all right. Cool to warm is pretty good, but a lot of people enjoy cold water shaves, as that people say it cuts down on irritation. Some people it might, and some people it won't. All right, just kind of wipe it off. Go to the towel and kind of wipe off the excess. So it's good to keep a towel nearby when you're shaving. It helps wipe the face clear of soap. So all right, that's the 2-pass shave for me. Some people do 1 pass, some people do 2 passes, some people even do 3 passes, and some people go crazy and do 4, 5, 6. Now another thing I wanted to cover was the types of razors there are on the market. And first off, this was my first razor, the Mercura 15C, which is a 3-piece razor as well. Open comb, by the way, which is good for beards. Top cap, bottom cap, and threading. That's a Mercura 15C, my first razor. And there's other razors, such as vintage Gillette's. This is a 1988 Gillette Flare Tip Super Speed. So a twist to open, or TTO as we call it. Those are other options to consider. It's all one piece, so you don't got to worry about any pieces. Another twist to open is an adjustable type called the Gillette Adjustable 195, other known as the Gillette Fat Boy. That's the nickname we all gave it in the wet shaving community. It's a twist to open, but with these you want to keep them open, and there's an adjustable mechanism that changes the blade gaps on the tops and the bottoms of the razor so that it makes it like more aggressive. More, let's say like 1, it goes 1 to 9. So 1 being the mildest, going up to 10 or 9 as the most aggressive. And that widens the blade gap to the highest amount, so that might be a lot closer shave. So if you need to start or doing a mild shave, start at 1 and gradually go up a few notches at a time and adjust to your adjustable razor. So that's another option to consider, a vintage razor. eBay is a good source for vintage razors. Another is a modern day starter razor. Extremely mild, by the way. It is a twist to open, but it's like $5. It's called a Bailey, or B-A-I-L-I. It's a very budget razor, but this one's a rose gold color. It's just plating. It's nothing. There's no gold or anything on it. But it's a twist to open butterfly razor, TTO. Again, a good budget option. And there's other things. There's single edge razors. There's straight razors if you feel like you're brave. So now, another thing, let's get started with the post shave. And there are several things you can use for the post shave. There's people sometimes use things called alum blocks, which are good, excellent antiseptic blocks, like a styptic pencil, for example. Those are made of alum, and those are really considered alum sticks. But this is a pure salt or potassium alum Barber. It's a Barber Classic. The lighting in here is looking brighter than normal to me. But yeah, And it's got a rubber band on it, so it helps with non-slip and a better grip. And I think I will use this today. So I'll hold on to it like this. I'll wet the top portion here. And I'll go along the face. And it helps you feel feedback if you might have gotten some weepers on your face or any little cuts. This will help heal them. So you can go straight up and down. You can swirl it. And if it feels like it's dragging on your face, give it a little more water. In the neck area is a very difficult place not to get irritation. So if you get neck irritation, it's a completely normal thing. So just kind of go up and down on the neck. And I don't feel any bites, so I did something right today. Or I'll stick it in the thing. And never close your alum containers because that's not good for your alum. It could melt. But yeah, just leave it open, let it air dry. Some people will towel dry them, but that might leave salt on your towel. But today I will do it. Just kind of put it over it, but still leave it open in the container. Do not close it. It's not good for it. So now after that, there's other things you can do. There's even witch hazel. This one here is a lemon witch hazel with aloe vera formula. Another thing you can do is shea butter. It's an all-natural, unrefined shea butter. But with this, you have to melt it in your hands and then apply it. Because it is a little thicker, it's all natural. But yeah, all natural, unrefined shea butter. And another thing you can use is aloe vera. This right here is called the Galactic aloe vera, made with organic aloe juice. But aloe vera, if you have a bad shave or anything and your neck feels super irritated, if the alum block doesn't feel like enough, just throw in a little aloe vera. This one I consider to be a very nice aloe vera, as it's all natural. It's not got a bunch of additives in it. So I'll go ahead and I'll throw some on. This one was in the fridge, and then during the shower I put it in the freezer, and I had it in the bathroom. So it's going to be super chill. It's going to be very soothing on the skin. So consider putting alum or aloe in your refrigerator to really give it that good cooling kick, as it will help your shave. And if you have to do it a couple times. I don't know if this would replace balm, personally, but because I'm starting to use aloe vera, but it might be able to. But it definitely helps soothe irritated skin. Gives it that good cooling effect. And no, it's not the only thing. I mean, I did cover you can use shea butter, but there's also budget aftershaves. There's also, for example, there's Brut. There's Clubman. Things you can find at a local grocery store. There's even a CVS brand Brisk aftershave, which is supposed to be, oh, what's the name of that aftershave? But yeah, if you know, you get the picture. Yeah, you got Old Spice. There's just a number of things you can use. But today, I think I'll go ahead and I'll use the Brut. This is the newer bottle. I'm trying to save the other one because it's hard to find that one. So I'll throw just a tiny bit in the palm. Just the center of your palm is pretty good for aftershave. It's not as potent as cologne. And if there's an aftershave that is a cologne, well, do about the same because it's meant to be used that way. No burn. That was a very pleasant shave. Not the closest, but it does enough. All right. An aftershave is only meant to be applied to the face and the neck regions. So just, pat it on. Hold your hands on it if you want. Or All right, and another thing, I want to show you guys how to use this shea butter. This will be my aftershave balm for tonight, but let me cover something before I put it on. There's other balms you can find on the market, more budget friendly, such as Nivea for Men. This is Maximum Hydration Moisturizing Post-Shave Balm. It's a very liquidy aftershave balm, but it's definitely something that'll get the job done. There's Aftershave Skin Conditioner that you can find in the supermarkets too. This is the fresh one. I think there's a green one somewhere too, but it's another option to consider. But you can also use all natural shea butter or any kind of lotion. A thicker lotion works the best. But with this stuff, you have to warm it in your hands. So about yay much. Let's do that. About this much. All right. With this one, kind of rub it in your palm. Kind of rub it on both hands. You got to kind of go against the skin pretty good. You can work it in. And this is my first time using this as an aftershave balm. So just kind of working in slowly but surely into the skin. And the Galactic Shea Balm, or Galactic Shea Butter, I'm sorry. The Shea Butter is from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements for $10. Excellent amount, excellent quality stuff for the amount you pay for. It's 4 ounces. So check them out. Excellent hand balm too. I use it on my hands for drying out, for being dry. And so far it's really helped the chafing in my skin. And I use it a lot during the day, so. All right, another excellent product by Phoenix Shaving. I believe that is everything. That's the shave, guys. That was my how-to tutorial. And if I missed anything, I do apologize. But that was the basics. That's what I wanted to show everybody, what's available in the market. And that also covers my second year of wet shaving as well. And again, happy 2020, guys. We are in the 20s now, so let's make it a great year, and I hope to see you all soon. And I also want to thank you all for being subscribers and watching my channel. And please, if you can, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Again, guys, I'll see you later, and I hope you have a great day and a happy new year.